I don't have too many books for today's haul, not a huge stack, not 50 plus books, nothing like that, but the ones that I am hauling, I'm really looking forward to reading and also adding to my shelves. I've accumulated them over the last few months. They've just been kind of sitting in my corner waiting to be hauled. So I thought I would just do a really quick haul today, only 8 books, and then I can add them to my shelf and get to reading them. Also, if the lighting keeps going kind of crazy, the sun cannot decide if it wants to stay behind clouds or be in my eyeballs. So I do apologize for that. So first up is a book that I am super excited about. That is blinding me. Hold on a second. Okay, that's a little bit better. Anyway, now you can't see the book. The first book is one that I got, I think I pre-ordered it, and it is the signed edition of, I swear it's the signed edition, hold up. It's the signed edition of Half His Age by Jennette McCurdy. This is Jennette McCurdy's first fiction piece. I read her memoir, I'm Glad My Mom Died, I think like 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed her writing style. And this is supposed to be a really hard-hitting fiction piece. It is about an age gap. I don't want to say romance, an age gap relationship, and I think it's meant to make you feel very uncomfortable, as most age gap relationships absolutely should, especially if one half of it is underage, which I think that might be the case here. I don't know. All I know is this has been getting very good reviews, and it's kind of reminding me of My Dark Vanessa, which is also an age gap relationship that is a very hard read, difficult to get through, but it really packed a punch and did exactly what the author intended. This is one I am really looking forward to reading, and I'm hoping to get to in the next month or two. If everything goes well, that is definitely going to be the plan. Next, I finally got the sequel to The Sad Ghost Club. So this is just The Sad Ghost Club 2. I was waiting to get this because they're actually like kind of expensive for little graphic novels. They're probably like a half-hour read, maybe an hour. So I just couldn't justify the price for it, but it actually ended up on Book Outlet, which was crazy to me. And also there's no like dings or dots on it or anything like that either. But anyway, I read the first one, I want to say also like 2 or 3 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. So I was waiting to kind of acquire this one and also read it, and now I have it. And it's probably something I'm going to try to get to maybe around October / the spooky season. It is kind of exactly what it sounds like. It is about a little ghost who has anxiety and is alone a lot and sad, and meets other ghosts that is kind of their kindred spirits, and they end up forming a club and hanging out. But I think this is kind of what happens after that club is formed and trying to keep those friendships and all of that good stuff. Then I got a trilogy off of Book Outlet. This was dirt cheap, and once again, zero ding, zero dots. I was amazed when this came in the mail. This is supposed to be a very spicy series that I would not recommend reading if you're very religious, because I have a feeling it could be kind of considered blasphemous. But it is a smutty series about different people who work in religious settings. I don't really know. The first one is called Priest, and it is about a priest who meets a woman in confession and then falls head over heels for her, and things progress from there. The second one is called Sinner, and it is about a man who meets a woman who is about to become a nun, but she has 1 month left of freedom, so she wants to kind of enjoy her freedom while she has it and decide if being a nun is really what she wants for her future. And then the third and last book is Saint, and I believe it's about a monk. And that's all I really know about this one. Like I said, they were dirt cheap, and I do not know how good they are going to be writing wise, but I always like a good dark romance, and I'm gonna give them a go. They are very popular. Hopefully that is for a good reason. I'm not expecting to get anything earth-shattering or meaningful out of these books. I feel like they're just gonna be kind of palate cleansers in between actually meaningful books. If nothing else, I always say I will read some of the smut out loud to my partner because he always laughs and finds stuff like that so awkward and uncomfortable, so I am at least guaranteed to get a chuckle out of it. And then the last book in this haul that I actually purchased for myself was just another edition of Pride and Prejudice. It was once again dirt cheap. I got this one from Book Outlet, and oh no, it does not have a ding on it either. I really lucked out with all of these books from Book Outlet. But it's just a really nice cloth-bound edition of Pride and Prejudice. Kind of cheap, but I didn't have this one yet, and I actually do, if you can see that, I'm so sorry about the sun. I actually do really enjoy it. For the price, It is quite beautiful. Now we get to the two that are my absolute favorite that I cannot wait to add to my shelf, and I've been waiting for months now, and I'm so happy to be adding these to this haul and my collection. They were both gifts from my partner for Christmas. The first being another edition of Pride and Prejudice that is illustrated, and like beautiful full color illustrations as well. So beautiful. It says it's illustrated by Luna Willems, and she did a phenomenal job. A lot of these illustrations are absolutely stunning. Oh, the famous proposal scene, and I think she captured that moment perfectly. I have not looked through this book in its entirety yet, but my goodness, from what I've seen, it is gorgeous, and I can't wait to read this edition. And then the last book in this haul is technically 3 books in one, and it is another gift from my partner from Christmas, and also another edition of Pride and Prejudice, but this is a facsimile of the first edition from 1813. So they went ahead and, oh, there we go. I have such an issue trying to open this box. It is like a crazy box that this is in. Once again, you can't see because of the sun. I'm so sorry. But anyway, they are copies or replicas of the first edition of Pride and Prejudice, and like they scanned all the original pages. I don't know if you can see that very nicely, but like dings, scuffs, and stains and all. And these books are just stunning. They are 3 volumes because Pride and Prejudice is in fact split into 3 volumes. Just very rarely is it actually in 3 different books. The 3 volumes are just different sections in one bind-up. But since it is a replica of the original, it was printed just like it in 3 volumes. And then it also came with a little introduction by a curator from the British Library, and I believe a letter or a copy of a letter that Jane Austen wrote to someone. I have not opened this yet. I'm very scared too because I don't want to rip it. I will eventually, just not today. I'm not ready. But this is most definitely one of the nicest and most meaningful gifts anyone has ever got for me. I love it so much I can't even begin to describe how much joy it brings me. And my partner is the best gift giver, and that is all I have to say about that. But that is it for this haul. Like I said, it was going to be short and sweet. And of course, now the sun is out of my eyes. Isn't that the way it goes? With that, I am going to leave this one here. I hope you have a great rest of your week and happy reading.